dos, tres, cuatro.
Good.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lady Gwendolyn's Divination Night. I am Lady Gwendolyn, and my amazing guest for tonight is the world-renowned Aeson Knight.
Hello, darling. How are you?
Good. Good. Thank you for coming on here. This is a bit of a tradition. We always start out every season of Divination Night with Aeson. So thank you for joining for season 4.
Not a problem, honey. I always enjoy sitting down with you and spilling a little tea.
Oh, so do you already have something in mind that you want to get into tonight?
No, I thought I'd let you run the show.
Oh, well, it's called Lady Gwendolyn's Divination Night for a reason, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, I want to give a little backstory. If you are new to Divination Night, this is the first episode of season 4. This started back in, was it 2020? Just to give us, psychics and readers a way to connect with our audience and to give free readings. So yes, this is what we do. Please give your birth date in the comments section. We need that. And you ask for whoever you want, and you get a reading, whatever our guest is doing for that night. So what are you opting for tonight?
I'm going to go tarot. I mean, what I'm known for, honey. Let's go with my strengths.
So we have went strong for the last couple of years, and I'm really excited. We knocked it down to about 8 episodes, which I think is great. This leads us into the spring and event season, in-person event season. So that is, we're in the home stretch.
We are. We just finished the Battle of the Black Rose.
Yes.
Yes. So that was fun. That was always fun.
Always.
Yeah. It's been an interesting year. I mean, within this year, I work with the big 3 because there's 5 big networks. 2 of them are slave networks. I'll never work for them. They can take their stick and you know where to put it. Because readers should be valued. Our time and energy, the whole 9 yards. So I had always worked with Ingenio, and Ingenio is the largest international brand of psychic networks. Then Life Reader from Australia, they are like the biggest in Australia, approached me to read for them. So, I moved over there, and you can,
Nice.
easier to service my Australian clients, both text and phone. And then Telosophy expanded to the U.S. market. They are the second largest German company. And I joined over there. So it's been a great world expanding year. And it's been an interesting year in the business itself. Yeah. I mean, we saw Kong get slapped with $160,000 in fines for violating the EU. We'll take that in a moment.
Okay.
So it's interesting to watch the networks grow. When I started out back in 2003, everybody was itty bitties. We had just recovered from the mid 90s and the call me now marketing blunder that was. And now it's like playing with the big boys. I get to have that fun. So, all right. So we do have a reading.
Okay. So you may pop it up on screen.
You can, or you can read it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to read it like that.
Not a
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
92273. Okay, go
Yeah.
for it.
If Aeson feels like he can connect with me, I'd love to have him read for me. Gwen is getting ready to do some energy work on me, so I've already got that scheduled.
Great. So let's take a look here and see what's going on, Teresa. Ooh, interesting that she's getting ready to do some energy work because you need to get back in balance. With that, that's not only like in your chakra balances, your health balances, but your life balances. When we go through a lot of turmoil, a lot of trouble, we keep packing on stuff, we get out of balance. Areas in our life get unbalanced. Once you get your energy work, you also need to get the rest of your life in balance. And then you may get a little bit of rest, but you got to be figuring out what you're going to take on next because we have the Eight of Wands coming in here. And with that Eight of Wands, we're going to be seeing you getting a lot of new doors opening, a lot of opportunities. And for that, you want to learn from the lessons you had so you don't carry it into again.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That was great. So that's been your big news.
Mhm.
What do you have coming up next?
Oh, what do I have coming up next? Well, we never know because there are a lot of things I can't talk about
Right.
until they happen. I am going to be at a few select festivals. I came off the road in 2020 and I'm just not in the mood for it. Hello, Miss Brenda. How are you? Nice you sit down and have a cup of tea with us.
Right.
Um, but let's look at all I have going on. I mean, I'm on 14 different networks in 39 countries. There's a few countries that are like blacklisted, and then there's others that, well, we can't read there because they don't have a credit card processing system. So I'm in 39 countries. I have clients on 7 continents. I'm running, I founded the psychic coffee shop. We are aired across the world on all the major networks, and it's been interesting watching those shark bites, one company another. Now we're sponsored over on Spotify. um, so I've got that going. I'm running Psychic Coaching You, which is a life coaching course. I'm running Open Circle, which is a psychic development, Wiccan focused life coaching Patreon. We have the Barista Chat, which is my light and joy. Um, and then I'm, testing the cutting edge stuff, from AI assisted readings, which is quite interesting, which there's been a lot of talk about. Well, AIs are going to take over and do psychic readings. No, they're not. They're going to do the boring stuff for us. Hi, would you like to make an appointment today? He has 6:30 available. The worst we're looking at is them replacing Joe. For those that don't know, that's my long-term assistant.
No.
Honey, if they take over some of his stuff, I'm going to give him more because it always expands.
Hey, sharing with the rest of us.
I try when I can, but honey, he got to take care of my shit first.
We all know Aeson is number one.
Yes. What's next this year? I don't know. I would like to expand a little bit more Taiwanese clients. Um, there's some talk of some spots. We'll see if that occurs. I'm always in talks with one thing or another, or oh, let's go see this and let's go try this. You know, opening appointments. I think Joe and the invisible assistant and Brenda and Shannon will kill me if I add something else to the plate, unless I take something off.
I agree, most likely.
Yeah, I know. Um, what else, my dear?
So, would you like to do a reading on me?
Uh-huh.
I will be a willing sacrifice.
Oh, you gotta watch that sacrifice. Hello, Natalie. How are
Hi,
you?
hi, Natalie. We gotta keep the ball rolling here. They people really comment and pick up whenever there's something interesting going on, and you always have no problem reading me to filth. So.
Uh-huh. Natalie's offering up to be a sacrifice too. She's in danger. Ooh, okay. Let's have some fun. First off, get your goals in order, girl. You know better. You've got some challenges coming up, big woohoo. You've done it before. It's like, oh, this battle, here we come again. Starts with finding your true passion. Where's your love? What you really like doing. So we know if you don't want to do it, you ain't going to do it. You got to bring up that little bit of flashiness going on. You need to get your style back in order so that you can make some money. Like, rack up some dough, girl.
I'm trying.
All right, bring me my next victim.
All right. Miss Natalie, 42184. Someone tell me something.
Let's get evil. See, this is why I like my desk. Let's get evil. This is the Black Moon Astrology deck.
Oh, okay.
Limited edition. There's only, I think, 250 of these out. Of course, it was designed by Susan Shepard, who crossed over a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. I have that deck as well.
Yeah, it can be quite interesting, especially for people that need to hear stuff. Ooh, interesting. First up, you have Saturn with Taurus. Saturn and Taurus, you need to get your act together. You have a task list. You have a lot of challenges coming over. You're going to have to use that stubborn side of you, but you're going to have to be like Taurus and be like, nope, this is the box I stay in. I ain't going out of this box until I get everything done here. This leads to your power of fortune, what you really, really want. This is what I call the money shaker. With it appearing up in the reading here, I think you're going to, be getting a lot of increase of things that you want. But to do that, you have to get your head on straight. And, you got to get creative. That fifth house of creativity. So with that, it's going to be quite interesting to be locking in and getting that moving. So that causes you to go through Pluto, the transitional planet. This is also the planet of death, letting go of the dead, finding those hidden secrets about yourself and setting them on fire, as we're reminded back in the House of Fire. And also, interestingly, in the House of Partnerships, you have to learn the words I believe or I don't believe.
I'm bringing the matches. I'm bringing the matches.
I'll bring the shovel.
We love you, Natalie.
We do. She just needs to start an instruction list. That's the list where you sit down and you write down everything you don't like about your life. Maybe you don't like your hair. Maybe you don't like your car. Maybe you don't like your kitchen dishes. Maybe you don't like your floors. Whatever. Everything you don't like about your life. Then you start laying out steps of how you want to take that apart. You don't like your body? Fine, change it. What are you going to change it with? You don't like the house? Fine. Are you going to move or are you going to change your house? You don't like your partner? Are you going to change him or are you going to replace him?
And manifesting at its finest is acting like it's already changed.
Well, see, I disagree with that.
Okay.
Manifesting means you have to make room for something to be there.
Well, you have to do the work. You still have to do the work.
Right. And I think a lot of people think that's sitting around going, I have Alexa. I have Alexa. No, 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 no. That means you get your butt up and you go, I'm going to go take care of this car so I can trade it in. If I have Alexa, I'm going to drink coffee from Starbucks every morning. So you start taking your putt-putt machine through Starbucks every morning. You envision your life more. It's not only taking yourself to that vibration and believing that it's already there, but stepping yourself up to it and going through those stages like, ooh, that payment's going to be $600 a month. So I'm going to have to work an extra 2 shifts to pay that payment. So work those extra 2 shifts. I really like Mel Robinson's approach to manifesting because she breaks it down like a marathon runner. Okay. Marathon runners, they don't talk about crossing the finish line and seeing themselves win the marathon at the finish line. They envision themselves getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's fucking 30 degrees outside, putting on their sweats and doing that run. And after mile 2, their earbuds go out. And mile 3, it starts snowing on them. Mile 4, they're not only running, they're running on ice. And taking yourself all the way through those steps. It's kind of like if you're living in your parents' house and you want to be in a mansion. That's a large gap. You got to build up to it.
Yeah.
Okay. And the universe works in stages. We see that because if you don't walk outside and just go, oh, there's a flower. That's not how nature works. That's not how the world works. It starts with a bird coming and taking a shit in your yard.
Right.
Okay. And then this weed grows and this other weed grows and you go out and you jerk those up. And then all of a sudden you notice this little stem of something there. You don't know what. And before you know it, you've got this big, beautiful wildflower growing and then it seeds out because they only last about 6 weeks. And before you know it, you got this full big patch of flowers going on there. And it all started from a bird taking a shit in your yard. And I think that's where people get messed up on manifestation. They say, oh, you got to do the work. Okay, so I got to write every day. I drive a Mercedes X in caramel blue. No, you got to get up and go, okay, what steps do I have to get there? Mm-hmm. Well, I have to get a down payment. I have to find it. Because, hello, we live in West Virginia. Have you seen many caramel colored cars with blue interior? No. And you have to take those steps. And those steps have to come with belief. Those steps are very hard to get there. And a lot of times people do not get the message when the universe is saying, burn the shit, set it on fucking fire. Because you know what happens then?
Come on.
New stuff moves in. Mm-hmm. We as humans have a very bad habit when we go through trauma. Yes, I'm tying it into your brand to start collecting shit. Mm-hmm. Stuff we don't need. Stuff we don't want. Oh, this was their sweatshirt. Oh, this was the cup. Oh, this was tickets from the ballet. Oh, I just have to keep his sneakers. I'm talking about the man you just found out cheating with you.
Yeah.
Oh, those are, I need these dishes. I need the. Fuck that.
No, you don't.
Get rid of it.
No, you don't.
All of it. Every bit of it. The pictures, the memories. Wash them away. You cannot build on ground that's already got crap sitting on it.
Yeah.
Ask any West Virginian up in the holler. They got cars sitting around. They got old rusted tractors sitting around. They can't do anything with that. They've got to move it.
Yeah. I see that.
Mm-hmm. And it's like a lot of people gives up on manifesting. It don't work. Why doesn't it work? Well, I didn't get what I wanted. What'd you do? Nothing. I meditated every day and repeated the, money comes to me quick and fast. Money comes to me quick and fast. Well, that's cute. Did you take the job? Well, no, it didn't pay me enough. Did you take the neighbor to the grocery store? No, I'm not Uber Eats. Did you take the stupid survey that pays you $1? Well, no. Then what'd you do? I done what the book said. It said to focus on what I wanted. Yeah, that's like walking up to me and going, I want bacon and eggs, and I'll say, that's nice. The refrigerator's that way. I don't cook breakfast. So those looking at me for life coaching realize I'm not the fluffy, oh, you can do it.
No.
You can do it. No, I'm like, what's your numbers? Show me your proof. Where's your accountability? What's your real goals here? What research have you done? Did you go and watch any of this stuff? Especially with my baby's psychics. God, they have such a hard time finding their own style. It's like, go watch Sylvia Brown. Go watch, literally, I think it's really good to go watch public speakers. Okay? Like Amy Landino.
TED Talk speakers.
TED Talk speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you also have to get into some emotional stuff. You have to really sort your own shit out. Because you can't be shoveling, you can't be helping people dig out of the hole until you already climbed out of yours and figured out how to build a ladder.
Mm-hmm.
And tarot is nice. Like, I'm sure you can go and you read 2 books, 3 books, hop on TikTok, put up your Cash App, which you shouldn't be using because it is against TOS to be reading tarot cards on Cash App. Just saying.
Do what now?
Okay, Cash App is owned by Square.
Okay.
In Square's TOS, and in the documents you sign up for Cash App, it says you will not be using this for occult or illegal activities.
The only thing that I use Cash App for is to get like vendor fees and stuff like that.
Right. That's not occult activities.
No, that is a religious organization.
Exactly. It's like we use Cash App on the psychic coffee shop. You can buy us coffee. You buy any of the host coffee. The tag is there. You just tag it and go.
Mm-hmm.
That's allowed. But it's, I think earlier on TikTok, it's pissing me off. Any question, $5. Cash App me. What? Why? Why are you giving this company business that is against your business? Venmo is nice. Zelle is nice. Venmo doesn't have a problem. PayPal loves taking our 2.5%. And those are things you have to read the fine freaking print.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just realized that we had Venmo. People have
Yes,
been
we have.
asking me for years, yeah, Venmo, and I'm like, nope. Yeah, I just realized that I signed up for it a couple of years ago, and I mean, I have it, so it'll be out with the information for this year. But my
Yep,
bad,
that's okay.
my bad.
Yep, you also have Zelle because you have PayPal.
Well, then I need to figure out how to use that one.
Yeah, you have to go and read documentation. I'm gonna have to read some documentation because they changed shit in 2024. But these are things that I don't think gets brought up in divination.
No, it any type of divination, if you're doing that type of work, is not easy.
No, and I don't
Not
care who
one.
you are, as long as you can read without a damn book. Take and put the book underneath the couch. It's where it belongs. Makes your couch a little bit more level. Dollar a card. You're worth $1 a card. Everybody is worth $1 a card.
Yeah.
Because I see so many times these love them to death. They're good readers. $5 for a reading, $10 for a reading, and they're sitting there going 40, 50 minutes for a reading. Have you lost your cookie jar?
I'm not that open. Like I tend to go over a lot with my stuff, but I still charge fairly.
Fairly. $1 a card minimum. That has been the standard for fucking 30 years.
Hmm.
Okay. Minimum $1 a card. It's like negotiating with companies. Just because they say, well, we take 50%. Really? Is this a negotiation or is this a solid offer? Negotiation. Oh, honey, we got room to go. What are you going to do for me? What are you doing with that 50% you're taking? Oh, you're not doing nothing but processing my transaction? Zelle can do that just as well, thank you. Oh, you're doing marketing. Okay, let's look at your marketing plan. Oh, you have to, when you're in divination, and you're going to have some great readers on this season. Some of them are some of the best in the world, and they
Yeah.
all can sit there and discuss business. And I think anyone coming up in learning divination has to learn business, has to learn to use the laws of the universe, has to learn some psychoanalytical information. That doesn't mean you are diagnosing people. You don't say, well, he's a narcissist. One, because that's a very rare diagnosis. Begin with the DM5. They're even debating on removing it from the DM5.
Well, it is thrown around way too often.
Yeah, but before that, it's like, oh, he's bipolar. And before that, he was, depressed. And before that, he was just crazy. How about let's say he doesn't have his crap together? He's an alcoholic. He's an addict. Those are real conversational pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and we're talking about the, you know, psycho part of it, as I call it. Um, I d- I help people, and
I
that's
know.
what we all do. We
Right.
we all have our different ways of helping people along with their problems without
Mm-hmm.
diagnosing them.
Right.
Mine is trauma
Mm-hmm.
because of what I've went through, I've faced, I've overcome, and I still continue to do so.
Right. And mine is life coaching because you fix the past, I handle the future. You know, and that's all forms of life coaching. Like I love sitting down looking at business analytics. Like that is my passion is to sit there and go, okay, so you were open 8 hours yesterday. You sold $1,100. So that means that, with that $1,100 in 8 hours, you only cleared $200. And people go, what? And I'm like, 8 hours of electric and water in the building, plus your rent, divided by your square footage, divided by your transactions, plus your replenishment stock. You made $200, and that's before we pay you. So what are you going to do to change your business? What's your goals for your business? What's your processes? Especially small businesses. Like, they don't realize they need to design processes. Because when they have processes, then anyone can do that job.
So, what advice would you give to someone who, like, I've noticed this a lot recently. There's a lot of jobs up in the air right now with a lot of my clients.
Right.
They're either looking for work or they're wanting to transition from where they're at because they're not happy. And
Well,
so what advice would you give to someone who is in making that transition?
they need to figure out what they want. Answer that basic question we all get asked when we're children. What do you want to do when you grow up? How do you want to do it? Do you want to work from home like I do? Do you want to go to an office every day? Do you want to be all over the place, like traveling? Maybe you want to be a jet setter and traveling and doing sales meetings, whatever. Then you break it down further. What income do you want? What hours do you want to work? And I'm not talking, oh, I want to work 40 hours a week. No. What hours of the day do you want to work? Do you want to be tethered to a cell phone that when it rings you have to go? Or do you want to be there? What type of people do you want to work with? Do you want people that, know to shut the hell up when you walk into the office until you've had your second cup of coffee and start talking to them? Or do you want those idiots that walk up and go, good morning? And you want to look at them and say, swallow your teeth. And honestly, you have to say, I'm sorry, I'm currently not available. I have some important matters I have to work out. Design your perfect job. Get you out a legal pad and write it out point by point, every piece of it. Down to, do you want sick time? Do you want doggy care time? Do you want reimbursement for your outfits? Every little thing. And then start looking. And look at the job description. And treat it like you ordered something off the menu. If what you put on your legal pad does not match that job description, don't apply. Because people do that often. They apply to jobs that they don't really want.
Yeah, and then they're not happy.
And it wastes their time. And people that go, oh, I don't have a choice. Yeah, you do. In today's world, you have a choice. Literally, there are people sitting at home booking appointments, answering people's emails, posting to social media, having a Zoom meeting with the person they're working for, calling and making that damn doctor's appointment they can't remember to make, all this other stuff, making more money than most VPs. Because a VA job, virtual assistant job, pays about $20 an hour. And yeah, one client may need you for about 2 hours a week. I just need you to put together my newsletter. I just need you to take down and type out what occurred in this meeting. I just need you to listen to this call and transcribe it for me. But you take 10 of them. Or hell, let's go a little bit deeper. Maybe you can bump out that 12 hours a day. So you take 15 clients. You divide it up 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. You make sure they're all in different time zones. You're earning $20 an hour times 70 hours a week, plus performance bonuses, because you already negotiated performance bonuses with each of these people. with a specific task list. And it's like, okay, you created your own job. You can work from anywhere. There's a high speed internet connection. You want to work from the beach? Great. Rent you that beach house and go enjoy it. But it comes for creating your own job. Maybe you are not a good employee. I mean, maybe you're not a good boss. You're a great employee. You like someone telling you what to do. You like having the structure of 9 to 5. Great. Find jobs that fit that quickly. But I see people all the time, and I get clients too. It's like, I'm looking for a job. I'm like, great. What do you want to do? I don't know. I just applied for this company, this company, or this company. Which one am I going to get?
Oh, yeah.
Does it matter? Does it matter at this point? Because you don't care. You're telling the universe you want to be a taxi driver, you want to be a cook, you want to be the VP of marketing, and you want to be the horsefly, a horse ring. You don't know what you want to do. You have to go back to the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And focus on the beginning. And I've seen people over the 30-ish years I've been in business that start out, I'm unemployed. I can't find a job. What do you like doing? I love Instagram. And the new thing is they want to be an Instagram influencer. Great. So what do you know about that? Well, I don't know. Have you read the Thank You Economy? Have you read, the influencer's diary? Do you know what influencers go through? No. Then how do you know you want to do it? Well, it looks easy. It isn't easy.
No. No. It takes a lot of time and a lot of work. It's, all that virtual assistant stuff that you just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
It's that for yourself.
Right.
And it's
It's
hard to
answering
self-promote
emails.
a lot of times.
Well, it's hard to self promote. It's hard to find your niche. And it's always changing. I mean, look at it. 15 years ago, you couldn't open Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever the social media without the Kardashian being right in your face.
Oh, yeah.
Now they're going to the wayside. They made their money. They shake their groove thing and they're gone.
Yeah.
You know, do you want to do cameo? How much are your following base? Example, TikTok. You have to have 1,000 followers. Which, by the way, go follow me there. Of course, it's Aeson Knight. You have to have 1,000 followers to go live. Great. Then what are you going to do with it? How are you going to make that work? How are you going to scale it? What are you going to do when you have to hire someone to, accept PR packages? Are you going to get a post office box or a UPS box? They're two different things. Because you don't want your real address out there on the internet.
No.
What are you going to do? You don't drive, so how are you going to get those packages to your house? How are you going to get on those mailing lists to those packages?
Business.
Mm,
So everyone's got kind of like their thing that they do. Mine,
mhm,
of course, is trauma and tarot. So
mhm.
what is yours? What is it that you're known for?
Fast. I don't pull punches. I don't do bullshit. You don't argue with my readings, and we move quickly. Come to me with your questions. I don't need 6 days to tell you to dump the fool.
No.
You know. And I've taught this class at Pagan Pride a number of times. If she ever asks me to teach it again, I'll do it again. I done it at the um, Tarot Summit last year. It's Shotgun Terror. I teach you to read I teach you to read tarot in 29 minutes and give a reading to everyone there.
I want you to come back and do it maybe next year so that I can actually sit in on it.
Okay. And the key point of that is not blocking your spirit. Like, that's the whole thing.
Well, we have to be open if we're going to receive any sort of guidance.
Well, you have to be open, but people don't. Here's the thing: people want to sound nice. People want to be loved. They don't want you mad at them for telling them, well, that was a dumb move to not text him for 2 weeks. Why are you calling me, asking me if he's going to come back to you?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't tell him you don't want him. Stop playing these games if you don't want him. These are things I say. I've had managers look at me and go, you need to be nicer to your clients. And I'm like, why? They know what they're getting when they call me up.
Says it right there in the bio.
It says it right there in the bio. Oh, hi, Sherry. How are you?
Hi, Sherry.
All right, Sherry, do you want Black Moon or do you want Tarot? Since Natalie made me break out the Tarot, the Black Moon.
Yeah, so which option do you want, honey?
Remember, there's a 30-second delay.
Yeah. It's good to see her back. She's been a regular every season.
Yep. Oh, I choose? Oh, I like to play with my not that much used toy.
Black Moon.
Black Moon it is, and it is a year of 63. That means we're shuffling 3 times. Ooh, we got multi-houses and multi-things, so here we go. First up, you're dealing with people outside of your situation. We're dealing with the world card, the 10th house, the world. And your second house, what you own, my stuff. Which is going to be increasing because you got blessings coming to you from outside. And with that, we have, you dealing with also friends. So when you've got like friends and non-friends and blessings coming towards you, you want to be making sure that you're keeping control of how you feel about it, because you don't want your emotions to be running over. And putting yourself first, take care of your health more, Sherry, and allow that to start being a provision or a part of you. And overall, I think you're going to be doing really well. It does say a lot of changes around, outside people, the world, what everyone is saying versus your inner self and your body. I do want, with this ground cross being the provider, you want to make sure that you're not taking on extra, but do accept the blessings coming in there.
Good. So when are you coming out with your own deck?
We'll see.
I mean, there's very few things that you haven't done.
Right.
So
all that is wonderful. That is wonderful. That is amazing, Sherry. I am so glad to hear that.
yes.
And the key word there is yet.
Yet. I know exactly where you're going with that one. Yet.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite type of divination?
Psychic.
Is tarot.
My favorite's pure psychic. No cards, no nothing. Do I get to do it often? No. Do I love it? Yeah.
So when do you feel like is the best timing to use it?
All the time.
Well, you said you don't get to use it all the time. So like when okay, so our typical, call comes in. Do you use your tools like your tarot and stuff like that first, or how is your process?
Well,
Walk
see,
me
my
through your process.
process is normally getting the client on the line. Once I get them on the line, if they give me everything I need, a birthday, the name of the person we're talking about, so I can zone in, then I'll go total psychic unless they say, tell me the cards or make sure to use your tarot. Or can you pull that? A lot of my clients, especially my privates, go, can you pull that deck? They don't know. They can't remember Black Moon astrology. Can you pull that deck? I'll go for it. Like, yeah, no, honey. Yeah, I'll grab it right here. It's like I have some clients, love them. My older clients, I've got clients that's been with me 30 years. Do you still have that angel deck? Yes, honey, I have the angel deck. Do you want to know what the angels have to say today? Yeah. But if they don't mention any style of reading, they're getting a clairvoyant reading. And I've had fun with it. I've told them to turn, one of my best readings, one calls me on the phone.
Okay.
I'm heading to his house. Will he answer the door? I'm like, yeah, he'll answer the door, but why the hell are you going there? He ain't gonna do you no damn good pounding on his door. Get the ass home. This is Christmas morning. I'm telling her to do not go to your boyfriend's. She gets back home. I talked to her all the way there, all the way back. Big problems. Um, bunch of drama bullshit. And she pulls into the driveway and she goes into the house. And of course, they have matching keys. Like, she's got a key, he's got a key. And underneath her tree is full of presents. This woman was mad as a wet hen at him. And I'm like, go home.
See, you never know. You could be overreacting for no good reason.
Exactly.
I prefer that way too. I am surprised at how things turn out.
I'm surprised at the shit that comes out of my mouth every day.
Yes.
I do not work on cars, people. I am not a mechanic. But if your tranny is sucking, I'm going to tell you your tranny's sucking. Get it into the damn garage. I get all the time asked about cars. I'm not a mechanic. I am not a mechanic. I will take the car to where I'm told to take it. I sometimes remember to check the oil, and I'll routinely try to plan to put gas in it. That's it. Gwen has gone car shopping with me.
I know.
I get in the car and go, seat's not right.
Well, to be fair, if you're going to use it, you need to be comfortable.
Exactly. I get that. But, everyone else is going around looking at the rust, looking at the engine, popping the hood, pulling things I don't even know what the hell are out. And I'm like, seat's not right. Seat's right. And they're like, you don't want this. I'm like, it is what it is. I don't want a swamp car. You remember that? We pull up to this lot. They had this car on Facebook, 4 or 5 groups. And I'm like, okay, this looks like a decent car. It's kind of sporty. It'll work. It looked like they had dug that sucker out of a lake and drawn it back up.
Yeah, it was horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know where they even knew it. Can we help you? No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No.
So, how has your year been?
I've been staying busy.
Always.
Put it that way.
Well, it's always busy to stay busy. Then, idle hands are the devil's work. Actually, you know what that saying means? If you ain't doing something, you're going to get into something, and I'm going to have to get bail money for you.
I have been feeling very froggy lately, so I'm ready to
It's coming, like we hear the beat of the Beltane drum occurring.
It's coming. The initial plans are getting, and we almost have a date to confirm. So that information will be coming out very soon.
I will just remind you that pagans do not rise at sunrise.
I don't do anything until about noon.
Exactly.
Beltane never starts till noon. Pagan Pride starts at 11 because there's always a lot more going on at Pagan Pride.
Exactly. I will just remind you that pagans do not wake up at sunrise.
And we have Pagan Standard Time for a reason.
Except for my classes.
Oh no, you got to be on time for Aeson. Speaking of, since this is Divination Night is about the psychic community and helping each other. You talked at the beginning about how many networks you are on, and the show that you do, Psychic That Plans. So give us a little bit of a connection here. How do you manage all of those networks?
Careful planning, understanding the time zones of the networks. Like every week on Sunday, you can see me break it down. What hours I'm working private, what hours I'm working secondary networks, what is my prime time hours. Like there's a lot of calculations that goes into planning Aeson's life. And then it is literally like boxing it out. Example, it does me no good. Like right now, it's 6 hours ahead in Germany. So we're almost at 9 o'clock. So 6 hours ahead, that's 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Those my clients are not going to call me at 6 a.m. their time. But it's just heating up for California because they just got off work. Hi, guys. Hope you had a good Wednesday. So you have to know your time zones. You have to know your limits. And then you have to know your numbers. Like, I think that's the most important thing is know your numbers. If you're in a network business, what's your retention rate? What's your hour? What is the current hour per rate you're producing? What time zones is most of your clients in? What is your next special? Example, Keene is having a leap day sale, the 29th through the 4th. Come see me. I'm 11% off. I think you're doing it too, aren't you?
I was going to talk to you about that. I haven't decided yet.
Okay. Well, those things, being in productivity, but also being realistic. I'm not pulling 16 hours in a run. Not going to happen. No. Valentine's Day, I pulled 18 hours and I almost killed 2 husbands.
Oh, no, that would have been...
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I pulled it because, it's Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day starts technically for the 14th. It started at 8 p.m. my time all the way through to the next day, to the 15th at 2:55, 3 o'clock a.m., which would be the 16th. So, you get to have that fun cycle of, it's like watching New Year's. If you ever watch the ball drop, they do the ball drop across the world.
Yeah.
That's how every holiday is for me. I get to enjoy listening to. He proposed to me this morning, just like you said. I called him this morning and he was already at my door with breakfast. And then I get to hear the ones that's like, dumbass didn't come over just like you said he wouldn't. I guess he's coming Saturday like you said. Yes, he's coming Saturday.
All right.
All righty.
So let's go through the end of the show thing. You know how we do it, and how you and.
Well, first of all, I'm Aeson Knight. Google my ass. I've been on Google since the beginning. You're going to see feedback. You're going to see places you can listen to me on air. You're going to see places where I actually do interviews. You're going to see me everywhere else. You can go to my hub, which is aesonknight.com. If you're wanting education, you're going to click inner circle. That's going to take you to my Patreon where you can come and learn from me. If you want to support a lot of what I'm doing, you're going to click PCSP Network and you're going to go over and you're going to click Barista and you can join my Patreon there. And that's where you get to help run this network. Or if you just want to read it, you're going to click Book an Appointment. It's the fastest, easiest way. You can choose to visit me by Zoom or by phone. Depends on what you want. I really don't care which. I don't care what you dress like during Zoom. You are required to be dressed, though. I'm not reading unless you got a shirt on. I don't care what you got on the bottoms, as long as I don't see them. Or you can do phone. Or you can go over and you click store, and there's a ton of email readings. You can choose from them.
So up next, where can people see you at?
Next, I will be on Coffee and Tea, and I believe that's with you tomorrow night.
We did last week.
No, then that's with Miss Natalie. Hey,
Yeah.
Natalie,
Natalie.
get your tea brewing.
Yeah, and get some good stuff.
Yeah, you want that nice high English tea. We don't want any of that crapper cotton bell stuff.
And then on Friday, you've got Mountain
Mountain Bears at
Bears.
8.
Saturday, do you have anything? Let's go through your week.
Saturday will be this. That will be Psychic Saturday as the last Saturday of the month. That's where you get me the cheapest you offer. Get me at 50% off my 15 and 30-minute readings. There's limited appointments, so you need to book early. And then I will be back over on the Psychic Coffee Shop, and we will be doing the energy overviews for March already. Can you believe it?
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yep, and that's at 8 p.m. And then on Sunday, of course, we get Psyche the Plans, where you get to see how I run my life as an international legendary psychic that's older than dirt. And run a multi-business household.
Monday night.
Monday's 5 o'clock, Modern Spiritualist.
And Tuesday back at Psychic Coffee Shop.
Yep, that is the Psychic Coffee Shop show. And let me see if we got a guest. We had a great guest earlier this week. He is someone that studies the interactions of animals. 27th. Kim Barter will be on, and this is the writer of. She's an author, a poet, intuitive healer, and mother. She wrote "Now I Am." It is Now I Am Present. She wholeheartedly serves the light, connecting with the ascended and angels host, as well as ascended cosmic beings of infinite love and light. This new book of hers is where she will enable you to begin your journey of awakening.
Oh wow.
And what to do after you do awakening. She's been on a number of the shows in the past. She's very good at taking you on a great journey. This was a good book to read.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Get to work. It's 9 o'clock. It is
I
5
will.
o'clock California time. You need to be making some cash, girl.
I will be. So you all can see us back here. Well, myself for Divination Night Season 4, Episode 2, Angel Readings with Regina on the 27th. 8 p.m. You know, we're here on Wednesday nights. This is the my time block at the psychic coffee shop network.
Exactly.
Um, so we're going to be doing that. And then next Thursday, I will be teaching my class at Earth Magic Intro to Meditation and Energy Healing. I am super excited for that. And if you haven't got your spot yet, reach out to Earth Magic. That is in Star City, Morgantown, West Virginia, and let them know that you would like to be attending. That helps me plan to know what all I need to bring. But we are going to have a lot of fun, and I am very excited about everything that I've got planned. So thank you all so much. Thank you, Aeson, for another wonderful intro to Divination Night.
You're welcome. You're welcome, darling.
All right. Good night. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. And oh, no.